set this thing off.
All right. And we are back, everybody. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, viewing, subscribing the Movement Podcast. We are on season 2, episode 2.
Season 2, episode 2. Let's get it!
Today we are here to talk to you about something that we have been asked many, many times while doing this podcast, getting it up and running, is why. Why are you guys doing this? One of my friends asked me over Thanksgiving, he said, why are you guys giving away all this free information for free? I mean, no one's going to have to use you as a real estate agent if they know everything, right? Yeah. So I thought it would be a good idea to actually turn this into a whole podcast episode and talk about not only why we are doing this, but what is your why?
What is your why? What is it? What could it be? Why, for instance, are we doing this? I think that we are doing this to be conscious of the impact that we've been making. Yes,
definitely. We are definitely doing this because not only do we love what we do, but together or separate, whenever either of us are out in a social setting at all, bar, whatever it is,
right,
everyone is always coming up to us asking about real estate. Hey, how's real estate? How are you doing so well in real estate? What are you doing in real estate? So I thought it would be a good idea to just kind of get on here and maybe educate the public a little bit more. I also noticed that a lot of people love to act like they know what they're talking about.
Everyone loves to be a real estate agent.
When it comes to real estate.
That's right.
You always see the traditional, father comes in and he's like, oh, well, look at these walls. And so I think it's funny that a lot of people really don't know what they're talking about. So for us, it was a good idea to kind of just come in, let everybody actually know what they're talking about.
Right.
We always talk about tips and tricks.
Oh, yeah, tips and tricks on a daily basis. Go on.
So, like I said, it's good to just update the public on some basic real estate tips, basic knowledge, and clearly you all want to know. So we're here to supply and demand. We're here to give you guys what you're looking for.
Exactly. We really want to reach as many people as we can and educate, like she was just saying, people about some very, very basic facts about real estate and to honestly, I'm going to say, create a brand. I got to just be honest, a brand I feel is important because once we have an honest and stable brand, people begin to kind of recognize us for that.
Yeah.
Right. So even just what you were saying, people are coming up to us on the daily being like, yo, real estate this, real estate that. Yo, real estate this, real estate that. That's good. We're creating this brand. Rachel Ray, she's cooking, right? You're talking like Gary V. Hustler. You're talking Maury, baby mama drama, right? So we want the movement to be young money real estate.
For sure. And people do see us out in the streets making moves. Yo, Moose making moves. No, we actually do get it. We've only really been, quote unquote, making moves together for a year and a half?
Year and a half now, yeah.
It'll be 2 years in October, I think, something like that. So we've only been making moves for a year, y'all.
It's just been a year making moves, but we do get the shout outs on the reg. Shout out to that person in the parking lot earlier today.
So Moose, what is your why? We're gonna dig pretty deep into what everyone else's why is and why it's important to have a why. But first off, what's your why?
Well, first and foremost, your why, right? It's got to kind of get you up and ready to go every single day.
Yep.
Mine's a little abstract. What's my purpose, if you will, but it's to be better. Right, so I want yesterday Moose to be proud of today Moose. I want 18-year-old Moose to be proud of 20-year-old Moose. I want 20-year-old Moose to be proud of 30-year-old Moose. And I want to just make an impact. I want to make sure that that's happening.
And I like what you said there, too, is that you really want to make an impact because a lot of people, the biggest reason I feel like people want to find their why is because it makes them, it gives them a lot more integrity. They can live with a lot more integrity when they kind of feel like they have a meaning, I guess you could say, on this earth. It's important to find your why because it is a way out of selfishness, too.
Absolutely.
And it's a way to live out of fear. A lot of people have these crazy, crazy dreams, like I was telling you.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an astronaut when I was 8 years old. And when I was actually in high school going into college, I wanted to be the president of the United States. And I was so serious about that. But that fear really led me to go in a different path. And I love where I'm at now.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, it was all fear that kind of led me away from being an astronaut, from being the president of the United States. And maybe I will be one day.
I think you will be the next president astronaut, McManus. I can see that definitely happening in the near future, if not this year.
Yeah.
McManus 2020, y'all. And just to touch on 2020, it's one of those things. Our vision in this year should be 2020, right? And I feel like your why is almost the same as a goal. If you stay focused on your why, to see where you are going, you know what you are capable of.
Big facts. I like that. There's something else that I read too online that I wrote down. It says, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be easy. So you really have to work your ass off for what you want, but anything is achievable.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. And that's the thing too, is staying focused and on that why. And like you said, gives you that clear vision in order to be able to live without fear.
Right. The why is stronger than any reason to quit.
Right.
I guess you could say.
That's actually really good. We're just railing these quotes off over here, guys.
The why is stronger than any reason there is to quit, Moose.
You know what? And I got to say this too, is why. We actually came up, I don't know if they called this in the beginning, but that acronym, why, WHY, winning, honestly, yearly.
I dig it.
Right?
I dig it. And it makes sense too. I mean, a lot of people set their goals back, every single year there's a new goal in mind. So winning yearly, I dig it.
Every year you should be winning, honestly.
And then there's two types of motivation too. There's the pushing motivation, and then there's the pulling motivation.
Go into that.
The pushing requires more willpower, and willpower only lasts for so long. You really want to find something that's pulling you in, that's really drawing you, something that something that's so exciting, so attractive, so desirable to you that you can't sleep at night. So you need to find something that's really pulling you in and making you really want to work your ass off. Because like the push, for example, people can push themselves to lose 20 pounds.
Right.
Once you hit that 20 pounds, you're kind of done. So you need to find something that's really going to be pulling you in. Really, you're losing sleep at night because you are so passionate about it. And that's us with real estate. At least that's me with real estate.
Definitely.
Pretty sure it's you with real estate too.
100%. I eat, sleep, wake up to real estate. And again, just to touch on that, like if you want to lose 20 pounds, right, and then you get there, you're done, you've shed the weight.
Right.
The reason that you should be looking to lose those pounds is for a better life, not
Exactly.
for like a better Instagram picture, right?
For sure.
So I think that you're right. Real estate inevitably is my why, because I wake up every single day and I'm super duper grateful that we're in this position that we're in, because there's not a lot of people in this position.
For sure. And it's not even about the money. Like it's really cool to be able to bring like a few of my friends, like my friend Jackie Del Pratt, I just got her into her first condo.
What
like
up,
that
Jackie?
Is so cool. It's so cool that you were able to sell your friends from school's first home, get them into their forever home. So we're touching people's lives every single day. We're making great money, don't get us wrong, while we're doing it, but it's not just that. I mean,
it's not about the money. 100% not about the money.
It's a lifestyle. It really is. I mean, we don't work a 9 to 5, but we really work till our eyes open and our eyes shut.
Exactly.
So.
And I think that's one thing too, is you got a lot of people that do the 9 to 5 who wake up miserable.
Yes.
Right? But the reason and the why that they're choosing to be miserable is because of their family.
80% of Americans are not happy, just in general, not with their personal life, their social life, just in general. 80% of Americans are not happy.
That's a pretty big number.
And everyone's lives right now are work. That's all you do. You have your relationships outside of work, but for the most part, your everyday is revolving around work. So if you're not doing what you love or working towards your why, you're going to be living a miserable life. And there's only so much life to live.
Only so much life. And again, stress can pull those years away.
I was saying it to my parents when I decided not to go to law school. I was like, life is way too short to hate myself, to hate my life. I'm not going to take out a $200,000 loan to hate my life. It's way too short.
And then pay that $200,000.
Yeah, I'm going to live my whole entire life that I'm supposed to be enjoying paying that off. So you need to make sure you're doing what you love. And if you're not doing what you love, follow that passion. Figure it out what it is that you love and run with it.
Definitely. And another key word, passion. Everything that you've been saying, you're so passionate about, everything that we've been doing this year and a half making movies, we've been passionate about it. So I think, again, that's huge. You got to certainly find a passion to your life.
Right. If you want change in your life, change will come when you do.
That's right.
You do. So you really do need to make those crazy lifestyle changes.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think finding your why is very, very extremely important. So if you don't already, sit down and really reflect, try and figure that out.
Yeah. And to even pull that back into last week's episode where we were talking about goals, it's not a bad idea to sit down and brainstorm your goals and then create another one sheet. What's my why?
Right.
There's only one. You can it's one why. That's all you got to do.
So.
Man, we crushed that one, huh?
It's so important. And I think it's good to do in the beginning of 2020, too, to just kind of let people start off the year on a good foot, right?
Absolutely. The only foot's the best foot.
When you get better, everything else will, y'all. So just
Exactly.
keep that in mind. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in, liking, sharing, subscribing. We did like a little watch party the other day on Facebook. We
Oh,
might
yeah.
keep
Join
doing
that up.
those.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Follow our Instagram at The Movement Podcast CT. That's where we kind of have all the action. I share some stuff from, showings and everything on our stories too as well. So you might
What
be
did you
able
post the other day?
Oh my God, guys, we were on a show. We were on a showing the other day, and Moose kept saying, like, "Man, I should get gas. I gotta get gas.
You gotta go watch this episode. Is it a highlight, maybe?
No, I
You
put
should-
it on our story. So if you guys follow, you can keep up on the next upcoming crazy thing that Moose does, because I'm sure it's gonna happen pretty soon. But long story short, this dude ran out of gas in the middle of the road. It was cold out. I had to wait in the car. He walked over a mile to go get gas. Filled it up in a Sunny G jug because he didn't have a gas can to put his gas in.
Yeah. So
And then he didn't even have enough gas, so then he had to walk a whole mile back to fill it up again.
But on that mile back, I was able to find an antique shop. That antique shop then actually had inside like a bunch of gas cans. This is actually really funny. And I'm not a political guy, whatever. I know we're kind of steering away on this, but I literally walked into this antique shop to be like, yo, is there any gas cans? The guy's like, I got several. Walks me through the store. I'm not paying attention, obviously, because I'm just like, store. So I get to the corner, and the guy's like, all right, $5. I'm like, cool. As I'm walking up, I'm like, man, this is a really cool store. Trump 2020, Trump 2020, Trump 2020. And there's red MAGA hats literally up at the counter. I was like, yeah, that was a really cool store. Thanks for the gas can. And I left.
And then he filled up the gas tank again.
Yep, and walked a mile back to then fill the car up. But stay tuned for more crazy apps.
That actually took longer than the showings took. So.
Yeah. We put an offer on those houses, though.
We did get an offer out of that day. So
Yeah, look at that.
good things come to those who wait to get their gas. But like Moose said, thank you all for tuning in to episode 2, season 2. We appreciate all of your guys' support. Thank you for watching, sharing, viewing. Click the link in our bio to subscribe to our YouTube channel, y'all.
That's right, and we're going to be on Spotify soon. Ain't that right, Wally?
That's right.
Going to be on Spotify soon. So we will see you guys there. Tune in next week. And Making Moves is out.
Boom!
See ya.